night, great week, whenever y'all are watching this shit up in through here. And as y'all can see by the title, look, your girl is back in the swing of things. Just got back from New York. I've been shooting some videos today. And a video that I have not done in a long while, and I told y'all I was going to be coming back with several different types of videos that I haven't done in a while, in addition to recaps, of course, let's talk shit, those types of videos, and other miscellaneous videos as well, and be on the lookout for a part 2 to my question answer video as well. I've been asking you guys what types of questions you guys want me to answer in videos and scenario questions, etc, etc. So check out my Instagram if you want to put those questions on there, or you can go back to my first question answer video and you can leave them on there. That way I can keep them in the right place. So I'll leave it down below, the video that is. I'll leave it down below so y'all can go ahead and comment on that video and give me scenarios, questions, things like that. Of course, be creative with the questions or scenarios, please, as opposed to the usual, when y'all gonna have babies, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite food, that type of shit. Have fun with it. Let's get a little creative and have a little bit of fun, alright? So, that being said, one thing that I have truly missed doing, that I have not done on my channel in a long time, and it is actually something I have been promising y'all I was going to come back with, is my Ask Sandy videos. And if you guys are newer to my channel, of course, welcome to the fam bam, everybody. And if you guys have not hit subscribe yet, you want to do that right now. You want to go ahead and hit subscribe and join the fam bam and the craziness that we get into all up and through here, okay? So for those of you guys that are newer or may not have seen a Ask Sandy video previous to this, Ask Sandy is basically my advice column / segment here on the YT, and it's an opportunity for you to ask me questions about careers, life, relationships, sex, love, whatever the case may be. And of course, it will be kept anonymous. You will email me those questions that I answer in videos at asksandy@yahoo.com. I will put it right over here, and it will also be in the description box as well. There's also a playlist that is part of this video here. So there's an Ask Sandy playlist if you guys want to check it out so you guys get an idea of the types of questions that I answer. I do get a lot of different types of questions, and one in particular has been brought up in this particular email that I'm going to read to you guys. Of course, I'm going to keep all of you guys anonymous, alright? And feel free to email me there and I will answer questions in future videos. But the reason why I want to do this particular video is, one, because this is a question I get asked a lot about on both of my channels, whether you're watching me on the vlog channel, which is the Socialite Life TV, by the way, and that's also linked down below. It's my daily vlog channel that I vlog with my husband on, etc, etc, or on this channel as well. Anytime I do anything relating to relationships, or Juice and I come on camera and do a video or whatever the case may be, I get asked this all the time. So I want to make sure that I addressed it because it's something that I think is very important, especially if you're in a relationship, but even if you're solo dolo, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read off this question / scenario, okay? And I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. And of course, feel free to chime in if there's any experiences that you can actually add to. If there's anything that you want to add to, of course, I am no special whatever, okay? I'm just basing my viewpoints and opinions on what you send me. So if it's not, you know, don't go overboard when sending me emails, of course, as I can't read it all. But as far as the length of the email is concerned, but give me enough information to be able to go off of, okay? So here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go on my phone here, okay? And as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my fake ass reading glasses. Here we go. Hi, my name is, and I have a question for you. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years and we argue all the time about my spending habits and not saying no to people. I feel like I'm going to lose him behind it. He says I'm weak because I don't stand ground and I don't have a backbone. I tried giving him my cards. I'm assuming you mean your credit cards or your debit cards and stuff. I pay the bills, but he doesn't take it because he knows how my family is. My question is, what do I need to do to make myself stronger and learn to say no? And what do I need to do on my money, as far as my money habits, to keep him happy? Thanks. Okay. So that is the question that I received. Thank you so much for sending it my way, and I hope whatever I tell you helps. And like I said, if any of you guys have anything you guys want to add to down below, feel free to add it down below in the comment section, okay? Let me go ahead and take these motherfuckers off because the reflection's driving my ass nuts. Okay, so I get this question a lot. Why? Because one, I'm married. Two, because I've been in a long-term relationship for a while. And, it's something that is a very common issue. It's not just in marriages, it's in relationships. And not even that, for those of you guys that are single and just going about things yourself, this is also something that is very, very prominent amongst single people as well. And that's just money issues, period, point blank. Savings, spending habits, etc., etc., okay? Just based on the email, it doesn't really, I don't know exactly if you guys, it doesn't sound like you guys live together, because I think you said something about your family. Sounds like you guys, you know, have been together for a long, long period of time, a significant amount of time, and long enough where you guys kind of know some of you guys' spending habits, and you guys obviously are enough around each other, if you're around each other enough to basically know each other's spending habits for him to be able to speak on how much you spend money, okay? Now, based on what I'm reading on the email as well, and there's not that much, it sounds as though when he's saying that you don't have as much of a backbone, that it may be in situations or scenarios where maybe you're eating at dinner, or you're out with friends eating dinner, or out, you know, with friends having drinks or something like that, and you spot them, or you have no problem with buying a round of drinks when you guys are out, or you guys are at dinner and you guys are spending, or you might just be overspending on yourself in those exact same scenarios. They may not have anything to do with friends. It just may be that, you know, you guys may go to dinner with friends, and because they're having a good old time ordering drink after drink after drink, or ordering food, you know, large plates and things like that, and maybe you're more on a budget, you can have a tendency to go overboard. And this could also very well be a little bit of everything, you know, shopping, etc., etc. But generally speaking, okay, number one, I know the one thing that you're worried about is losing him to this particular situation. Now, boo-boo, the one thing I can tell you right now is I don't want you to change any spending habits that you have if you do seem to have an issue with spending too much money because you're trying to keep your man or your boo-boo or your whoever is in your relationship, okay? I don't need you to be doing that for them. If you really feel as though, and you need to really look at what you're doing and what you're spending and what's going on from your side of things financially, because it doesn't sound like you guys are married, okay? Because, yeah, it would be a little bit more obvious if y'all were, all right? But it doesn't, I mean, it needs to be something that you need to come to terms with. Do you feel as though you have a spending problem? Has anyone else besides your significant other mentioned that to you? Is there some times that you can actually kind of, you know, kind of take your, kind of pull back and not spend? Is it difficult? Are you a shopaholic? There's a lot of those things involved as well. But the one thing I'm going to tell you right now is don't do none of that shit for your boo-boo. You do it for you, number one, first and foremost. Because whatever you do in any relationship, you got to be comfortable with yourself 150%, all right? So now, if you do have a spending issue, and it is something that's causing an issue within your relationship, you know, and it's something that's affecting you in your normal day-to-day life from a personal perspective, not even just in your relationship, you know, you really got to start looking into trying to kind of see where those issues lie, okay? Now, there are people that are truly shopaholics that cannot resist a good sale. Not even a good sale, just can't resist buying something that they might see and they're like, oh my God, I gotta have this now, okay? And in those types of scenarios, if you can't handle being able to walk away from something, all right, and you have issues with shopping, whether it be online or in the store, or whatever the case may be, you really have to start to see what is it that's triggering those things, because a lot of times people shop to fill voids in their life. So if there's some emotional stress or some emotional hang-ups that are going on, some people feel as though they need to kind of fill that void with shopping or spending money, okay? Another side of things is that and I've seen this a whole hell of a lot, all right, is when you're in the scenario when you're around friends and family, okay? And you might be in a group setting where you guys are sitting down to eat dinner. And, you know, it's somebody's birthday and everybody's finna put in, but you might have just lost your job, okay? Everybody else got a job at the table, but you just lost your job. And everybody else at the table is putting in on this person's birthday dinner or drinks or whatever, and everyone wants to put in and everything. And you know you ain't got the money to do the shit, but because you feel everybody else around you is doing it too, you feel obligated to go ahead and put your card down or put your money down to assist or put on, you know, or put a little bit of money down for the birthday girl, or, you know, maybe the birthday girl or birthday boy, you know, y'all are having drinks or whatever, or y'all are hanging out and you try, you know, you buy them a drink or two or whatever the case may be, or even just going to dinner and you know you can't go and you shouldn't go because you done lost your job or you really don't have the money or you got this bill to pay or whatever the case may be. That's where it gets difficult, but it's also controllable. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I've kind of learned just in my growing up is you do in a lot of situations have to learn to say no. And it's not just with friends and cohorts and coworkers, it's also with family members as well. You know, I've been laid off before, and I've had to, you know, really count my pennies and really watch to make sure that I'm not overspending. And it's very easy to get caught up in scenarios, especially when you have little, you know, more time on your hands and you're not really working or whatever the case may be, to fall into the trap of hanging out with friends and family and going out in those types of scenarios and buying a little something. Maybe you got severance. Maybe you got a little something on the side or whatever you got, you know, but you got to remember that that severance or the money that you done got is supposed to hold you over for a little while. It's not meant to go buy, you know, clothing or shoes or whatever the case may be, okay? So a lot of it's going to be practicing restraint and being able to say no. So when I got laid off, you know, there were, oh my God, it felt like when I got laid off at any time that I've ever had any financial strife or whatever the case may be, where I feel like, oh my God, you know, things ain't really looking good financially or whatever. That's when you always get hit up to do everything. That's when everybody wants to go out. That's when everybody wants to go to dinner. That's where somebody's birthday pops up. Okay, that's when a family member needs something. And that's when you're going to have to really practice being able to say, you know what, here's the deal. I done lost my job. I really got to watch my shit. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And or if you do go, you got to practice restraint. Hey, if everyone's sitting down having dinner, you might want to have to sit there and just watch them eat. Or eat before you leave the house, okay? And sit down with them and maybe have a soda or a drink and don't have the dinner. You know, there's ways that you can get around doing things where you don't have to feel like you're completely just losing your social life or losing those opportunities, but that you're still kind of watching your ducats, okay? So it's very easy to get caught up in those scenarios. Now, if it is a situation where you guys are living together, although it doesn't sound like it, this is when it gets tricky. I mean, if you guys are living together and are not married and your significant other is letting you know that you shop a little bit too much and it's starting to affect you guys from you know, from a couple's perspective, and it might trickle, if it starts to trickle down into paying bills and those types of things, and if you feel like you got to give your card to your significant other, that might be when you really need to kind of say, okay, hold up, let me look into myself to see what the fuck I need to do to change my financial outlook. Because I'm telling you right now, financial hardship and financial situations, financial problems are probably one of the top, okay, if not top, arguments or issues that cause breakups in relationships, marriage, etc., etc., etc. So if you feel like for real, look at everything that you do, you're spending or whatever, you really truly feel as though you are overdoing it, you're not able to say no when you're in peer pressure type situations with other people around, family or whatever, you got to take yourself out of those scenarios, remove yourself from those things, okay? So, you know, if a situation comes up with someone wants to go out and you know you got the money, you got to say no. You ain't got to go. There's always another time. It doesn't mean it's going to be the last time you're going to hang out, okay? But it's just, it's practicing saying no, because it sounds like he was saying, or she was saying, your significant other was saying that you don't have a backbone. Those are the things that you're going to have to start to kind of learn to do, if that makes any sense. And then also try to avoid scenarios where you're prone to spend money, okay? Another thing I'm gonna let you guys know, for those of you guys who are even questioning some of the things that you need to do from an investment perspective, from a financial perspective, from savings perspectives, one thing that really helped me out as I grew up in learning how to deal with finances and how to deal with savings and what specific things were as far as mutual funds and money market accounts and those types of things, is a few things. I actually read a lot of books to kind of learn the things that I've kind of grown to learn at this point now, and it took me some time. You know, it's not something that you learn overnight, so just don't think that you're just gonna go cold turkey and you're just gonna be perfection financially. You're gonna have setbacks. That's totally normal. But what I can tell you are there are some authors and books that you can kind of look into that are written in layman's terms that I promise y'all on everything I love that will help you, okay? One person that I'm going to bring up in particular, one author that I absolutely love is Susie Orman, and not everyone likes her, okay? She's very cutthroat, she's very to the point and point blank period. She's blunt as fuck, okay? She was you know, she's been in finance as a financial advisor for years, okay? And has dealt with her own personal issues with finance, and that's how she's been able to kind of come to where she's at right now. Of course, you got to read her story. I won't go into all that detail. But there are a couple of books that I would definitely recommend, one of which I don't have with me because my girlfriend is actually reading it. I lent it to her, and it is Susie Orman's The Money Book for the Young, Fabulous, and Broke. If there's any book I would ever recommend to somebody to read, especially if you're in your when you're just coming out of college and you're starting to get into the corporate arena, when you're trying to get your job, you're looking for an apartment, a place to live, and above that, okay, and older than that, I would most definitely look into getting that book. Again, it's the money book for the young, fabulous, and broke, I believe is what it's called. I've read it probably 20 times. It is by Susie Orman. Another book that is also very good, I got this from the Goodwill, but I have actually 2 copies of this, and that is Women and Money, okay? And this is Susie Orman. This is who she is. Let me go ahead and see if I can show you who she is. There she is. Boom. Okay. She also has a show on television, Susie Orman. And anyway, that's also a very good show to watch. So if you just look in your search on your TV guide, you'll see it there. Another book that's good is Women and Money. I've probably read at least four of her books. She's actually one of the first authors that I read that kind of helped me as far as finances are concerned. Now, when I say she goes into detail about everything you could possibly need to know from a financial perspective, especially for those of you guys who are just starting out with trying to figure out what to do as far as savings is concerned, as far as retirement is concerned, she does not play, okay? When I say she will go into what the difference is between everything from like a Roth IRA and a 401k to money markets to mutual funds, all of those things that your parents may not have taught you anything about. And I know for me, the one thing that I can say, my parents didn't really teach me a lot about that stuff because they themselves didn't know a lot about that stuff. So this is the kind of stuff that I had to learn growing up, and a lot of that came from reading these types of books and doing research on my own so that I can learn what those things were. So don't be afraid to do your own research and see what you need to do, okay? I will make sure to leave any links for any of the books that I have mentioned, haven't mentioned, all in the description box down below. There's a few from Susie Orman that I definitely want you guys to check out, and there's a few from a couple other authors that you should definitely look into too. So I will leave all those links down below so you guys can check them out and purchase them if you'd like, and let me know what you guys think when you do check them out. But I definitely advise you to check out Susie Orman. So any books that I've read from Susie Orman will most definitely be in the description box down below. Okay, so I totally forgot to mention this, and I wanted to make sure that I did so because this mofo will give you a free book of your choice. It doesn't have to be any of the books that I mentioned or that I have in the description box of this video. It could be any book you're looking for. However, you do have the opportunity to get a free audiobook from my people over at Audible, okay? If you go through my link down below, it will give you the opportunity to get any book you're looking for, okay? And you will get it for free $99. And the cool thing about Audible is they offer audiobooks, so you can actually listen to your books. So if you're one of those people who are busy, on the go, have kids, you can literally turn your iPad on or iPhone and listen to your book, and you don't have to worry about pulling out a book and turning pages and whatnot, and it's usually read by the author, which is dope. So if you want a free book, make sure you guys check out the link down below. You can get any of the books that I mentioned in this video or that I have in the description box, or any book of your choice for free $9.99. Thanks so much to Audible. Check out the link down below, y'all, and enjoy your free book. There's a lot I could tell you in regards to how to handle finances in a living situation that's non-married, a married situation that's you're living together. I mean, there's so many things. So if there's any additional questions or anything like that that comes up from me putting this video out that you guys want me to answer in a video, leave that down below. I apologize, this is so long-winded, but there's so much that's involved with this type of stuff. And, you know, some people just, you know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, everybody has to learn. Not all of us spend money that we shouldn't spend. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a matter of, you know, being able to determine when is a good opportunity or when is a good time to say no, and when is a good time to say, okay, I can splurge a little bit on that. All right? So anyway, check out Susie Orman. Trust me on that. You will love her. The Money Book for the Young, Fabulous, and Broke is definitely the first one I would read if I were you. And then, of course, go into some of the other books. There's a few others that I've read that I absolutely love. I just don't happen to have them with me. And yeah, thumbs up this video if you love seeing these videos from your girl. I hope that this helps a little bit, since I didn't have as much information in that email to kind of go more into. But if you guys have any questions or anything you want to add to it, of course, leave it down below in the comment section. Send me any questions and anything you want me to answer in an Ask Sandy video at AskSandy@yahoo.com. And you already know what to do. As always, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page, my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.blogspot.com, and hit me up on Instagram at SocialiteSandy. And you already know I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love y'all. Bye.